Typically, when you ask someone what they're most afraid of, they say something illogical. Sharks, spiders, snakes, when in reality, these people aren't even around them, or more likely not around any dangerous species. I've always thought we picked something like that because we knew it was ridiculous. Because if we pick something silly to fill the void, the conversation never has to get real, but for me, the answer was never that easy. I was always scared of losing the people in my life whom I love. I never wanted to think about my friends or family just not being there one day or in any context watching them go. But there's something out there that cuts even deeper and scares me a bit more, and that is YouTube. See, it doesn't matter how popular you are on YouTube. It doesn't matter if you have 1,000 subscribers or 100,000 subscribers. There's almost always someone out there who probably loves you a little too much. And if that's true, then the opposite is probably true as well. One of my biggest fears lately is someone out there whom I've never met hates me for whatever reason they have to do so and wants me dead. Now I need to break the tension here and explain that this isn't something that I worry about every second of my day. Seldom does this come up, and when people ask me what are you most afraid of, the answer is still the same as before. See, I'm not under the impression that I may actually be murdered one day by a crazed viewer, but the fact is, it's becoming more and more common and much easier to find people's addresses. Wait, Barry, what do you mean by more common? Are you saying people have been murdered for just being YouTubers recently? And no, that's not exactly what I meant. But let me give you some examples to make what I'm saying hopefully make a bit more sense. Ice Poseidon is a famous Twitch streamer whom on a few occasions had to deal with stalkers. People would memorize the places that he would frequent on his vlog streams and hunt him down in hopes to hang out with him, even to the point that they found his address and invited themselves over. PewDiePie has made videos asking subscribers not to come over unannounced, trying to explain to them how creepy that is. Like you should even have to explain that. Ethan and Neela Klein have also made videos where random people just showed up unexpectedly, but it gets more serious with Gavin Free and Meg Turney. Recently, their house was broken into while they were inside. They heard a gunshot, so they went and hid in the closet. The guy leaves and later gets killed by some cops, but when going through this guy's phone and computer, they ended up finding out that he hated them and wanted them both dead. The shooter drove for 11 hours specifically to rob and kill them and even had a voice recording on his PC with one of them saying that he wanted Gavin Free to die alone with no children. Now the thing is, I'm not exactly scared of dying. See, I'm a fairly philosophical thinker, so when it comes to something like this, I'm more afraid of this because of the questions that I may never get the answers to. What could have been my fullest potential? What could I have been had this person not stepped in? What would have possessed him to do this? Why did he hate me so much? And did he truly know that he hated me? See, I'm not everything Bulletbarry is. This script and every other script that I've written and made into a video are my most complete thoughts, hours of research, and ideas from as many points as possible filtered through myself. That being said, there are other YouTubers who put on personalities for comedy, those who sing or just kick back and play video games. How do you truly know them enough to hate them? Well, Barry, nobody's gonna hate a fake persona, or especially a YouTube singer. That's going way too far. Honestly, I wish I could agree. But you can even go back to 2016 when Christina Grimmie was shot and killed by a fan. Christina did nothing wrong. She didn't have any crazy political ideas. She didn't take a stand against anything or have any over-the-top unpopular opinion. She was just a young girl who wanted to be a singer. And someone shot and killed her for that. See, there's no way for me to know who any internet celebrity is, unless I meet them, hang out with them. I often think of the sort of people who would fantasize about killing someone on YouTube. Do they watch all their videos and decide if they hate them? Or do they just watch one video and make a judgment call on the spot? If so, what if someone hated a video I made, was able to kill me for it, and even got away with it only to watch another one of my videos and realize, yeah, actually he wasn't that bad of a guy? I guess it's obvious that I do think about this a lot, but more importantly, my initial fear is still there. That one day, I could be the reason my family dies. That during a fan meetup, I get killed or someone takes a bullet for me. The crappy thing is, you have these thoughts, and they're normal to have, but you feel like a narcissist. You're openly thinking, why yes, I am popular enough to get shot in public now. And I think this is also a good excuse to never think on it. Nobody wants to fantasize about their job killing them. I'm sure no fireman walks up to a burning building and thinks, well, this is the one. And when it boils down to it, again, this is almost never on my mind. Another reason I could see this being difficult to think about is I don't just walk through town wondering when I'm going to get recognized. I don't sit there and think, I wonder how long it's going to take before someone calls my name out. I typically think the exact same things I've always thought. Unless you are a narcissist or an extremely famous YouTuber that practically everyone would recognize, you don't feel famous. And I guess I should only speak for myself here, but I've never felt like a YouTuber. So the idea that someone wants to meet me, would want to say hi to me, potentially wants to kill me, is chilling. Okay, Barry, well I guess I can see that, but isn't it the YouTuber's job to keep himself safe? Well, yes and no. If YouTubers are just handing their addresses out, then yeah, they shouldn't be killed, but they can't complain when people are coming over all the time. But data mining is huge. It seems like everyone has your information. A little bit ago, a subscriber of mine did find my actual address. Now he used it for good though and sent my friends and I pizza on stream day for a while, and for the most part that's what you'll end up getting. Because 9 times out of 10 you have amazing subscribers and kind people who do like you. But to be afraid of that other 1%, it just doesn't feel as illogical as being afraid of a shark when you live in Kansas. I think it's important to talk about your actual fears. Not the ones we make up to fill that spot when a tricky question is asked, but the real ones that matter to us. Ones we could actually prepare for. The more real you make it, the more you can actually do about it, and that's a good lesson to take from this. Someone hunting me down and harming the people I care about out of malice? That's mine. What's yours?